everybody, so today I wanted to sit down and film a first impressions video. I have picked up a lot of new makeup that I wanted to try out for you guys on camera. A lot of these products aren't necessarily new, but they're new to me because I have never tried them. A couple of these products I have been using prior to this video, but I still wanted to include it just because I haven't ever used them on camera yet, or a lot of these I haven't used on camera. But I've already moisturized my skin with my dry skin cream, and then I also went in and tried the xoxo water cream, which I really love. You just use a really small amount and apply it on the face and neck, and I have a lot left. I have used this a couple of other times, but for filming purposes I wanted to try it again. And then I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer from the new Fenty Beauty line. I decided to pick this up because I wasn't really interested in the foundation, but I wanted to try this out, and I'm going to take probably a pump and a half and apply that on my skin. A lot of people were saying that their primer came liquidy, but mine doesn't feel that way at all. It feels really nice on the skin, and it definitely is a soft matte. And since I have already moisturized my skin, I don't mind that this is a soft matte, regardless of my skin type, because I have heavily moisturized. I do feel it starting to get tacky, which is what most people were saying about the product, but I don't mind that because it helps the foundation stick and stay on all day long. So next I'm going to go in with a foundation, and today I am using the Too Faced Born This Way in the shade Vanilla. This is a little dark for my skin, especially now since I have lost most of my tan from the summer, but I love it. It doesn't sink into my lines as much, and you don't need a lot at all. I try to stick with about half a pump to start out with, and then I will just dot that on my face and then blend in with a damp beauty blender. And this, I would say, is medium to full coverage. It's definitely buildable, but I would say that the past times that I have worn this foundation, it has oxidized, and the color may look perfect now, but it will oxidize and be about a shade too light or too dark for my skin. So I don't go overboard with this just because of that con about the product that I don't like. But unfortunately I have smile lines that are really bad, and then I also have the creasing underneath my eyes, so I just try to avoid that area. Alright, next I'm going to go in and correct my skin with the Pixie Corrector. This is the Brightening Peach shade, and I am taking a BH Cosmetics No. 3 brush. It's part of their dual fiber collection, and I'm popping that in the very inner corner of my eye and directly underneath that lash line. And that'll just help conceal the darkness and my under eye circles. And some of these things you have seen me use, but there's other things that you haven't seen me use yet, and I want to make sure that I show those to you guys. So I'm going to take my smaller damp beauty blender and really press that in underneath the eyes. Next I'm going to go in and conceal with my L'Oreal True Match Concealer. This is in the shade Warm Fair Light. I like this, but it is very warm, and I'm more of like a neutral kind of girl. I can pretty much wear either, but usually I like the neutral shades a little bit more. And again, I'm only using light pressure to blend out my concealer because you do not want to take the coverage away. You want to make sure that you're still blending everything out evenly and with the same amount of pressure that you use to apply the corrector and the foundation. So next, to immediately set the face, I'm going to take the Coty Airspun powder. This is in the shade Translucent Extra Coverage, and I'm going to take that small beauty blender and just press that into the skin underneath the eyes, This will help prevent creasing, but it'll also blend the creasing out if you had any from the concealer. Then I'm going to take a powder brush and brush away the excess powder on my skin. Same light movements that we were using before. Then I'm going to go in and bronze the skin. You guys have seen me do this step 1,000,001 times. I'm just going to be taking my Contour Duo from Wet n Wild. Take this shade right here with this Real Techniques brush. And I'm just going to bronze up the skin. I'm not going to really do much of contouring today. I'm just going to bronze up the neck and the jawline, and then of course my forehead as well. I've been using this blush for weeks and I love it. It is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the color Party. I love this. It's this really pretty mauve-y, taupey kind of color, and I'm going to take that on a BH Cosmetics number 9 brush. Pop that on the cheeks. Okay, moving on. Next I'm going to go on to highlighter, and I actually was fortunate enough to purchase one of the Kilowatt highlighter duos, and I purchased Mean Money and Hustla Baby. I thought that this would be the perfect kind of color scheme for me and my skin tone personally. This is what it looks like. Super pretty. It has that really nice violet blue holographic feel going on, and when you open it up, it's a little difficult to open up, I'm not gonna lie, because it is in this weird octagon shape. So this is what the highlighter looks like. I just thought it would look really, really good on my skin tone. I haven't even tried it out yet. I have swatched it and it is beautiful, but I am going to be taking it on an IT Cosmetics fan brush. I know a lot of people haven't done it with the fan brush, but I'm hoping it's the same amount of pigment with it being a fan brush, because a lot of people have these really cool packing brushes. So right now I am putting on Mean Money, which is the more subtle highlight, and I mean, I'm still living for it. This is just kind of more of a really nice subtle glow if you don't want a lot, but I am going to go in with Hustla Baby and layer that on top. And there doesn't seem to be any fallout from these. They seem to be really pigmented. And they're really, really buildable. And then I usually get texture through this area right here, but I am not getting any texture back, which is really, really great, because I usually get little bumps. And even building it up with 3 layers like it has on now, it's a really nice, pretty highlight. And I'm just really building that up. Okay, so overall this is really nice. I have no complaints about this. It's a nice little compact. It has the mirror, and then I used this pencil a couple years ago on my brows and I loved it. It just seemed like it took so much product and it was super expensive. So recently I've been sticking to the brow pencil, but I decided to pick this up and give it another go, and I'm just going to fill my brows in. And I'm really loving this. It's just, it takes a lot of product, and it's like $24 and you can't sharpen it or anything, and I just feel like I run out of product so much quicker when I have the Brow Wiz because it is so thin. But there's no complaints about it. I still love Anastasia brand as a whole, and I'll keep using this because look at that brow right there. That is perfect, and it didn't even take me more than like 20 seconds. Today, for the star of the show, I am going to be using the famous Jaclyn Hill palette. Now, I have dipped into this a couple of other times. I love it. I was going to do a completely separate video on it, but since it is a couple months old and a lot of people have already done a video on it, I'm just going to be sharing some looks with you guys. Okay, so first we're going to go in with the color Silk Cream and MFEO. And I'm just going off this little sheet here. And these are just some really pretty warm transition shades that I'm just going to pop in the crease and then bring all over the lid. And this is just going to ensure that everything else is easy to blend, because it does get hard to work with purple and black shadows as well as silver. So I'm just going to get this nice base down first, and then I will go in with the more dramatic colors. Okay. Next we're going to work into a shade called Mocha, and this is a really nice dark deep brown, and we're just going to pop that in the outer corner. And this is how we are going to build our dark shades on top of the Mocha color, because I don't want to go crazy yet. So see, I'm just applying it in the outer V, and then I will work on blending it out, and then I'll go in and add more. And I guess today I'm going to go for a half cut crease with the silver in the inner part of my eye, and then the outer part will be the darker colors. Okay, so I'm going to take this really nice sparkly purple shade, and I'm going to pop that over the dark shades that I had there. And I know it's not coming up well on camera, but I'm just really focusing that purple in the outer part of my eye. Okay, so I'm going to take that same pencil brush that I have here, and I'm just going to pop a little bit more of that purple on. And then go back in and blend out. And the way the colors are blending, so I want to do kind of like a fun pop of color, but still stick in a color category that'll kind of match with the shirt. And I'm kind of creating that cut crease there. I'm just going up into the crease a little bit and blending backwards into that purple shade. It's different for sure, but I love it. So then we're going to take that same blending brush that's clean and just kind of blend everything together. And then for my brow bone highlight and my inner corner highlight, I'm going to take the color in Light, which is more of this nude tone highlighting shade, and I'm going to pop that in the inner corner and on the brow bone. And I'm going to take this weird spoon looking brush. Next I'm going to take this nude eyeliner pencil from Rimmel and line my lower waterline. And then I'm going to take all of the shadows that I used on the top part of my eyes and transfer them to the bottom. But I'm going to keep the colors in order, so I'm going to put the gold right next to the white, and then I'm going to put the purple and then the other shades as well. So next I'm going to pop on some mascara and finish up with the lips, and then this look will be complete. I was going to opt in to try this new pair of lashes one more time, but they are a little jank right now. But you could really make this look more dramatic by adding some falsies, but I'm going to skip out today. Plus my eyes have been bothering me ever since I tried a new lash glue that I think I'm allergic to. I will let you guys know. It is the Kiss lash glue, and I was going to use it for this video, but it has really been bothering my eyes lately, so. Okay, so the last step I'm going to do is apply a lip, and this is the Urban Decay lipstick in the color Back Talk. It's this really pretty, nice mauve toned shade. Okay, and that is it. That is the final look. That is everything that I did to create this makeup tutorial. I will show you an up close real quick.